Good morning YouTube, it's Lynn from Perth in Western Australia. I just thought I'd give you a heads up on what I bought at the Cymbidium display and show over this weekend that finished yesterday afternoon. And I did tell you, if you watched that video, about how much I like polaric orchids. It doesn't matter what kind of orchid it is, if it's polaric, I want it in my collection. Well, so far I only have Cymbidium polarics in my collection, and I thought I'd show you what I bought. Actually, I didn't buy this one. About 6 months ago, or maybe a little bit more, definitely before COVID, we had a competition in my other orchid society, Oswa, and we were able to buy a Gibbon orchid, supposedly a species, and the first one to flower it was going to get something. Well, that was me, so I got a $25 voucher for our local orchid nursery, which is called Easy Grow. So I went along with my voucher over the weekend, and this is what I got with my free voucher. So this was worth $25 to me, and it's a beautiful polaric orchid. I'll share the name with you when I get it the right way up. Okay, Gateway to Gold. I can't read what that says. Once again, I don't have my glasses on, but you might be able to interpret that. And that is crossed with Magic Times World. Does that say child? I didn't write this label, the staff at the nursery did, because the one that was originally in it was a bit illegible. Time has taken its toll on this label and faded it. So, but that's here we go, upside down again. Oh, I'm such a twit. Oh, there you go. Pure Vibrant, and the last two words on the bottom line are Wild Child. So if I put those together, you might be able to just work out what it is actually called. So Gateway to Gold. I'm going to have to redo this label. It's all right, I'll take my time, everyone, don't worry. Pure Vibrant, I think that says, by Magic Touch Wild Child. Okay, so there we go. We have a name at last. And I'll just pan out a little bit so you can see this in all its glory. It's not a huge raceme, and it's not the best obvious. The orchid nursery has been going through some, well, like everyone else, some awkward times with being able to do the work in the nursery due to the COVID restrictions, and I don't think a lot of the plants have had the attention that they really needed. But this is yellow. It's coming up quite a nice green, ice green on the camera, but it's actually quite yellow, and that lip is like maroon with spots. But it really is beautiful. There's no detectable perfume that I've noticed. And the other plants that I bought this weekend, I bought two more polaric orchids, Cymbidiums. And this one is called Isle Flamingo Three Lips. Now that is particularly beautiful. They didn't have one in flower, and this is, it's a juvenile plant, let's say, but it's got a few pseudobulbs, and I think it is more a miniature plant, so I'm very happy about that because I like the smaller ones. And this second one here, these two I've had my eye on for a long time. This is called Hotline Plum Loco. Now this is a red. It is superb. It's a darling, absolute darling. So I look forward with great anticipation to getting some blooms from these two orchids. And yes, because it's an orchid nursery, I bought two more little orchids, so I spent up big this weekend. Now, again, they're not much more than seedlings, but these are they're the small Cattleya types. So it's an RLC California Queen Red Angel, and I googled that and the picture was absolutely divine. It's red and I think it might have a yellow splash in the throat. And the other one is this one, again a little miniature Cattleya. Brazilian Star Soft Rock, another red. And guys, I must have said this time and time before, I'm addicted to red. I love red, so I'm always going to buy red orchids if I see them and they're available. So that's the two little ones, the other two Cymbidiums. Now I have a question for you. Would you like to see a Cymbidium repotting video? These ones I'm going to do later today or tomorrow, one or the other, and because they're just podding on, they will be quick videos. But eventually, when I have to do the big one, do the big pyloric over there, that will actually be a repot, so it will be coming out, it'll be taking the media off or most of it off and potting it up. So if you'd like to see a repotting video, then just ask me in the comments and I will oblige you. It's not compulsory, it's only if you want it. No flowers out on my other orchids at the moment. Oh, I tell a lie. Here I go, fibbing again. Oh look, this one is still hanging on. My Mancorn, no, I tell a lie again, see? Bamboo Carnival. Oh, I'm so in love with this orchid. And this is one I bought last year at the big box, which is Bunnings in Australia. And I will take this into the society tonight and bench it, just because I need points. It won't get anywhere, I'll be lucky if I get a third. But you never know, it might be a quiet night and not many people bring in orchids, so I'm hoping for at least 1 point when I bench this. And I don't have a name, although I think if I googled it I probably could find a name for it. But this is my second blooming on this orchid. And it's got two to follow, which will be lovely. And little Twinkle, Oro, it's hanging in there but it's losing flowers, so I'm going to repot this in self-watering and see if I can get this plant into a humongous plant and keep it alive. So I'm going to do that. I've been watching Danielle's waterculture videos recently and I'm picking up hints, but more, not so much waterculture, but self-watering in my self-watering pots, which are these pots up here. You can't see the orchid really, or you can if I do that with the camera. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that and I'll be asking her advice. But the rest of them in my self-watering pots, look how nice they look. They're doing well. And this one, I think if it weren't in self-watering, I probably would have destroyed this by now, even though I've had it only about a month. It's a Renanthera, and I think, yeah, by now I really would have done damage to this orchid if I hadn't have had it in self-watering. So that's the way I'm going to go with my more difficult ones. The little Rodriguezia decora, well, sayonara to her, but I'm hoping she might put out another spike, but somehow I doubt it. It's not humid enough for her. I've been putting the Spanish moss around, but even that's quite dry and crispy. There's a bit of a gale blowing through here today, and I'm not sure if this is the last buds to open on my Guatemalensis, but I've got a couple that are opening here, and I'm not sure. I don't know if that's worth. I don't think that's worth taking into the meeting. I don't think I'll get any. I might get 1 point for it, if that. But I'm desperate for points. I want to win the trophy again this year. Anyway, that's all I have in flower. There are some more buds Out the front in the shade house, which I'll be bringing through, like this one up here, for example. Another little mini cat. It's got a cluster, so hopefully that one won't be too long. So yes, let me know about the Cymbidium repot, guys, and if you want to see it, I will oblige. Bye for now. See you next time.